The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. With the coronation rapidly approaching, let's take a closer look at the specifics of the day. The service itself begins at 11 a.m. London time, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the US. Town and Country breaks down the morning. At the Abbey, the coronation procession will be led by the Cross of Wales, which will include fragments of a relic known as the True Cross. Pope Francis gifted the fragments to King Charles as a coronation gift. The service is conducted by the Archbishop of Canterbury, and there are 6 key elements that will definitely take place. The recognition. At the start of the service, King Charles will stand beside the coronation chair as the Archbishop of Canterbury presents him to the congregants. The congregation will shout, "God save the King!" The coronation chair is an oak chair that is extremely fragile, as it is 700 years old. The oath. King Charles will swear to uphold the Church of England and the law. The anointing. King Charles will remove his ceremonial robe and sit in the coronation chair, and then the Archbishop of Canterbury will anoint him with holy oil. The Patriarch of Jerusalem and the Anglican Archbishop in Jerusalem consecrated the oil earlier this year. At Queen Elizabeth's coronation in 1953, the anointing was not filmed. The investiture. King Charles will be presented with 2 scepters and an orb. One scepter, the sovereign's scepter with dove, represents his spiritual role, and the other, the sovereign's scepter with cross, represents his temporal power and good governance. The orb represents religious and moral authority. A coronation ring will also be placed on Charles' right hand. The enthronement and crowning. After being presented with these items, the Archbishop places St. Edward's crown on King Charles' head. And the homage. Historically royal blood princes, the Archbishop and other senior peers kneel to pay homage and swear allegiance to the monarch. It's unclear what this will look like at King Charles' coronation. After Charles is crowned and receives homage, Camilla will also be anointed and crowned as Queen Consort. During the service, there will be 12 new compositions performed, including music by Judith Weir, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and Patrick Doyle. Performers at the service include the Coronation Orchestra, Royal Harpist Alice Hughes, the Westminster Abbey Choir, the Ascension Choir, and more. There will be 8 pages of honour at the coronation, 4 for King Charles and 4 for Queen Camilla. Charles' pages are his grandson, Prince George, along with Oliver Cholmondeley, Nicholas Berkeley, and Ralph Tolomache. Camilla's pages are her 3 grandsons, twins Gus and Louis Lopes, and Freddie Parker Bowles, and her grandnephew Arthur Elliot. Queen Camilla will have 2 ladies in attendance at the coronation, her sister Annabel Elliot and her close friend Lady Lansdowne, who is one of her 6 Queen's companions. At 2 p.m. London time, Charles and Camilla will depart Westminster Abbey in the Gold State coach and undertake the coronation procession, a 1.3-mile journey back to Buckingham Palace. Members of the public are likely to line the streets of the procession route to catch a glimpse of the newly crowned monarch. CBS News took a look at the guest list. So who got an invitation and who has been left out? Obviously, the heir to the throne, William, and his family are all invited, including George, who will be the king after William. Charles' son Harry was invited and will be there, although his wife Meghan, also invited, will not be able to make it. King Charles' siblings, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward, are also expected to be at the coronation ceremony, though British media have said Andrew, who lost his role as a working royal after settling a sexual assault case out of court with an American accuser, will not play a prominent role in the events of the day. Prince Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, has confirmed publicly that she will not be attending the coronation ceremony. Some British politicians are also expected to attend, but due to the reduced number of guests, only a small number have been invited. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is expected to be there, along with at least some of his cabinet ministers, and places have reportedly been guaranteed for former prime ministers too. President Biden was invited but will not attend. First Lady Jill Biden is going, however. In a break from tradition, King Charles also wanted to invite members of the public who have distinguished themselves by serving their communities through volunteering or contributing to charitable work. More than 1,250 volunteers and young people have been invited to either attend the coronation service or surrounding events. Buckingham Palace has also confirmed that 450 COVID heroes who helped the UK navigate the pandemic have been invited to attend the service in person at Westminster Abbey. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Hey, I'd like to tell you about a new sponsor of ours just in time for the coronation, and that's ExpressVPN. Now, ExpressVPN is an app you use when you're online that creates a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so hackers can't steal your data. It's something you should always be using when you go online in public places like cafes, hotels, airports, basically anywhere that's not your network. But there's something else that's really cool about using a VPN. Have you ever tried to watch TV from a foreign country and it says, sorry, this content is only available to users within that country? Well, a VPN can give you access to almost every country in the world as if you were there. That means you can watch sporting events from around the world, local TV from another country, and here's the big thing, access to UK TV for the coronation. It's almost as good as being there. So all you do is fire up the app, go to your website of choice, and it's all there easy and quickly. ExpressVPN works on laptops, mobiles, any device. Secure your online data today and watch TV from around the world with ExpressVPN. Now go to expressvpn.com/palace and get 3 extra months free. That's expressvpn.com/palace, expressvpn.com/palace.
I'm Nina Hobson, ex-police detective from the UK. I've worked on every crime mentionable, from murder to kidnap to stalking to fraud. When I left the force, I launched my own investigations firm that soon became a global operation. I'm also a single mother of 2 to 2 members of my team, my son Harrison and daughter Amy. Every week, we'll be getting first-hand accounts from psychological experts, operatives, former criminals, actual victims of the crimes that we investigate, and of course, my very own flesh and blood. From Storic Media, you're listening to Codename Siren, a true crime podcast, available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.
If you have access to British television, Friday morning's Lorraine show on ITV will be dedicated to the coronation, including the best food for coronation street parties to the most fashionable party looks. There will be a very special episode of This Morning as they join forces with another flagship ITV show, Coronation Street. Hosted live from Weatherfield, the home of Coronation Street, viewers will enjoy an epic street party. Tesco Supermarket is opening a pub to celebrate the coronation. The King in the Castle will be open today and tomorrow and offer both daytime and evening menus for customers to choose from. The menu includes royal high tea, king prawn and runny egg Burford brown sandwiches, the Prince's Crust pie, coronation-themed ploughman's platters, sweet treats, snacks and nibbles. In the evening, you can have Camilla's king prawn curry, roast sirloin steak, deconstructed cheesecake and cocktails, including a trifle-inspired Bellini. All proceeds from food and drink sales will go to the Prince's Trust. Alessandra Bellini, Tesco Chief Customer Officer, said, "The coronation is a historic moment and we want to help our customers celebrate it. As one of the most enduring parts of British culture, pubs have traditionally been an important part of local communities, and so a pub felt like the perfect way to bring people together to mark the special occasion and enjoy delicious food." What's more, we'll donate £250,000 from the proceeds of sales of our limited edition coronation range in store, along with all proceeds from the pub to the Prince's Trust, so we can all enjoy food that both tastes good and does good. Whether you're planning to celebrate the coronation at home with your own party or are joining us at our pub, we've made sure that everyone can enjoy a royally good weekend. Palace Intrigue remains on a modified schedule with morning episodes with the latest news and gossip and afternoon episodes with details about the coronation. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please give us a follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your favorite shows. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue and good times.
Who doesn't like vacations? Do you need some inspiration for your next road trip? Are you excited to get out there and explore the world again? Hi, I'm Johnny Mac. My podcast is called Travel is Back. Travel is Back is travel for regular people. We hop in the car, we fly coach, we use our miles, we eat at normal places, we stay at normal places. So what I do is I hop in the car, I grab my portable recorder, and I go somewhere. Season 3 kicks off with a road trip to Key West. You can check out the back catalog. There are popular episodes covering Chicago, Nashville, Vancouver, Seattle, a whole bunch more. Travel is Back, road trips for regular people. Follow the show on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your shows. These are quick, these are casual, and it's for regular people like you. Travel is Back.